Comrades, it's me! Yes, comrades. So, today, comrades, I'm going to tell you it's got a bit cold, so you're feeling warmish, and I'm having to mess about with my heating. So, anyway, as I was going through the budget, and I did mention towards the other end of the one, of my last video, that I will be taking you through some things I noticed. And one of the things I noticed as I was going through this raft of documentation that they always like to produce is this thing called implementation cost of legislation. Now, normally I won't even look at something like that, but I've put myself out and I've been doing the budget and the rest of it because I'm interested. In addition to that, I certainly don't trust any of the people who are members of the Senate or indeed the civil servants, as you will now know. So why would we trust them? Well, we wouldn't, because I'm going to tell you now, when I go through this video, it might be quite a few different parts because I'm going to give you my personal take on it. But I don't want you to get bored, and even I might lose the will to live. But it is quite important. So this one. So I looked at this and then clicked on it as you do, and I found this. And as you can see, Welsh Government draft budget, so it's all relevant. And if you're looking at it, you've got title of the Act, elections and elected bodies, environmental air quality and soundscapes, Wales Act 2024. Then we've got the Members and Elections Act, and then we've got environmental protections. There's loads of these, or quite a few should I say. And what you can see is the implementation phase. Now then, the one to focus on is environmental air quality because it's ongoing from February 24, so they've been on this already. And we've also got the amount of money they're going to give. That's our money, that's taxpayers' money, that's my money, that's your money. Right, okay, let's not ever forget that. They don't have any income. So, first thing then, I thought, so I clicked on Environmental Air Quality and Soundscapes Act. And I came across this, right. The reason I show you all this is because I don't want anybody having a go at me or taken to court saying I've taken something out of context. But luckily, it's all my own personal opinion. Right, so, and you can see Julie James, I don't know what she's doing up to this moment, no doubt having a good time and keeping warm using our money. Right then, so, I then looked at the very beginning and what struck me, there's this title here, part of the document, called Targeted Engagement in 2022. And I had a look at all these stakeholders and I thought to myself, well, wait on, there's something missing there. And I thought, well, the thing missing is you, me, your family, and everybody else who pays taxes to fund all of this. Now, I know, I'm near enough 90% sure, that all these people listed on there, A, have got a vested interest in saying the correct things to make sure what they want happens. In addition to that, they're also funded by us. So the question is, for me, why didn't they ask us? Why didn't they ask us? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First off, they know that we're too intelligent for them, or maybe they think we're not intelligent enough. I'm going to say they know that we're going to apply common sense and we're going to say no, we're not doing it, thanks, because it's our money. But they're not asking us because they don't trust us to give them the right answer. And that's a common theme all the time, isn't it? Because they know better, because they've got other masters. Right then. But we're the ones who pay them. Now then. Oh, I do have a bit of a cold, so you'll have to live with that. So, I've listed a set of countries there, and I've been to all those countries, right? And what I will tell you, in India and Pakistan, they're not really particularly environmentally friendly. Indeed, many a times I've been out, turned around, and someone's using the street or a field as a toilet. Right, not a criticism. If that's what they want to do, crack on with it. I just don't like it near me. Right then, in addition to that, all those places I've listed there, last time I looked, are still going ahead and building power stations for fossil fuels. Yes, they're building power stations. Now, they're also, and I've put there, they burn anything, literally anything to keep warm. Now, why is that an issue for me? And it should be for you. Because last time I looked, we did about 1% of emissions. Right. So, my suggestion to all the Senate members and senior civil servants, I'll say it the other way around, civil servants and the staff of the members of the Senate, go over to all these countries. Go there. I'll allocate your funding for your fare. It'll be one way. Go there, stand outside their embassies, go to all their factories and tell them that they're bad. That's your starter for 10. Don't be getting on to us and making us poor because you don't know what you're doing. And I will demonstrate that you don't know what you're doing and that you're making it up. So that's why we all need to be interested in this sort of stuff. The reason also I'm telling you is I don't like to judge people, but there's so many people who turn around and go, oh, it's not to do with me really, I'm happy. Well, I'm hoping that this video, if you watch it, you'll suddenly realise that your cosy little life, which is fine, nothing against that, is unexpectedly, it's going to change radically. Seriously, because let me start off by saying that all the people I know in Wales, I'd say 90% of them have a log burner, have a wood burner, have a stove, whatever you want to call it. Right, bear that in mind. Also, you need a car. So 2 things which you will now feel a big impact on as I go through what is possibly a couple of videos to do with this. Let me get back to this subject. So this is really why you should be slightly interested in it. For you, your family, your relatives and everybody else. We start to need just to get together as a group and be more focused on it. You might not like each other, that's irrelevant. We've got a common aim. Right then, so this is a bit. So we've now referenced, as you can see at the top, improving health. And they've referenced the World Health Organisation. Now personally, don't know them, would not trust them, because they're associated to a lot of other devious organisations who basically say this, but they're incorrect. And then we've got this bit, 3.16, pollutants. Well, I've been through this in other videos. 20 mile an hour causes it, EVs are heavy and cause fine particulates. It's as simple as that. Right, so why is this still going on there? Because the interesting bit here is this is about health, but 20 mile an hour, they've changed it to about saving lives with accidents and not running people over as fast. Right, so you can see the narrative now always changes. And then the other bit is this bit here, 3.25. Noise can disrupt sleep. Now, I like peace and quiet. Now, I already know that councils have sufficient environmental powers to do with noise to go in and tell people shut up or stop doing things. I know that already. Why do they need any more? That's what I can't understand. So all I can think is basically it's another way of controlling the population. So let's just say, right, in my house I only have electric. I have a power cut, right. To make myself independent so I can do things, I'll go out and get a generator. Generator causes noise, right. They don't want me to have independent. They don't want businesses to start doing what I do and just get a generator. They don't want to do that at all. So if they say, oh, you can't sneeze outside, then they can come up to a generator and take it off you and then fine you for doing it. Basically, it's all about control. Now, they also go on in other legislation to go on about railways and cars, and on trunk roads about noise. Now, that to me is a very subtle thing about saying that you can only use approved transport. So that's where I'm with it. Now, I can't see another reason why they'd want to increase the powers, unless it is there to shut down places of independent businesses where they might want to use independent power sources. Right, now the other thing I then did come across was this bit here. Now, I've included it because I just found it really odd. And again, remember when this was sort of knocked out, 2023 and the rest of it, 22 I think. Now, they're still banging on it about the EU. Now we've left the EU and all their funding finishes in 23. Now, the other bit which really strikes me is at 3.249. And what it says here, that they're going to meet the EU reporting deadlines rather than to the Senate electoral cycle. Right then, so in that case then, you, me, everybody else are third place to the European Union. Why? Why are we down that avenue? Why are we down at the bottom of the ladder, should I say? I just don't get it. I just don't get it, but again, it just shows that they are going to treat us, and take that back, they treat us with contempt, like we are intellectually, I'm going to say a word, but I'm not going to say it because I know I'll get bad. Right, Now the other bit which I find amazing is this bit, 3.59. Right, it's highlighted in yellow, I'll read it out. An example of this approach is a carbon budget setting process which sets the pathway to making progress Wales net zero emissions targets without describing how to get there. Now, to me, that's like, I'm thinking, oh, criticism. No, next line. This approach allows flexibility and innovative ways of meeting targets. That is, I've never seen that like it. So what they're saying is, and this is great, they're saying we know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't even know how you're going to get there. You don't know the end goal, which is what a lot of people have been asking these days, but you still want our money off us. Now, the way I'm looking at it is, if you've done anything about doing bank loans or setting out a plan or doing budgets or anything like that, first thing they do is say, right, you want £2 billion, Mr. Cook? Yeah, please, that'd be nice. Have you got a plan? No. We're innovative, we're flexible with it. You just trust us. Oh yes, of course, Mr. Cook, we'll give you £2 billion. Seriously? I mean, what world are they doing in? And it's only because it's our money. I really don't get it. I mean, seriously, I am really, you know, that's why it's going to be one of many different videos, because we all have to get our head around it. There's clearly, and they've admitted it, they don't know what they're doing. I've never seen that like it, to be honest. I mean, it's an utter disgrace that nobody else in the Senate of any political party has picked them up and held them to account. And that, for me, is why I ain't going to vote for any of them. Anyway, end of this video, because I've got something in the oven. So, well, oven? Yeah, sort of oven. I will catch you all later. Thank you for watching, and yes, enjoy.